Hello and welcome back to Luke-N-SHAE'S place. So glad that you guys could stop by. I missed you. I was on vacation. I missed you guys. I really did try to do. I wanted to keep videos going while I was away, but spending time with family and everything. I did do one video, so if you didn't check that out, go ahead and check out the last video I did while I was on vacation. But I'm back and I have a banger reaction video for you guys. We're gonna dive into that. We are looking at why husbands are saying that they hate their wives. Yes, there's some husbands out here saying that they hate their wives, and just in case their wives didn't know it, they know it now because they made it known on social media. So when you make things known on social media, someone sees it and it gets around, and she's gonna know if she didn't know. Yeah, that's usually how that happens. Yeah, so when we open things up to social media, we're gonna find out eventually. So if she didn't know, she's gonna know. So we're gonna dive into that. I hope you guys have been wearing your smile, staying positive. Just had a great vacation. Glad to be back. Yeah. So what's new? Got back to what looks like a couple. I don't know. It looks like lizards on my deck with electric blue tails, and I'm like, no, you got to go. I can't do reptiles. I'm sorry. Still getting used to Georgia, but yeah, no, don't really want the lizards on my deck, and they seem to be enjoying going under my grill, and yeah, no, bye. But other than that, let's dive into this video. Let's see the why are husbands saying that they hate their wives? Let's look into that. Let's go. So again, guys, go ahead and check out that last video I did, and you'll see that I'm all about getting families back together. Listen, I'm all about family. So let's dive into this and see what is the reason why husbands are saying this. But for those who know how we do it, you go ahead and check out in the description section. You'll see the video that I'm going to be sharing and reacting to. The content creator is Lizandra. Go ahead and check out her platform. She has great content. It'll be in the description section for you guys who want to view the full video. But let's take a look at this. Let's get these families back together. Let's look at the why, and let's try to figure this out. But let's go.
Bro, I've been sitting in this car for about 2 hours now because I refuse to go inside and be with my wife. Like, I hate her that much. The only reason why I'm with her is because I'm broke and I don't have nowhere else to go. Like, I can't afford the rent on my own, and she makes more money than me. So, I mean, if I was to get a good job tomorrow, I'd be gone just like that with a woman I really want. But I can't afford the woman I want, so I gotta settle for her. Literally.
Did you know that if you look at recipes online, and a lot of recipes online will show you different wonderful things to make and different temperatures. Like if you follow those temperatures, correctly, that eliminates food poisoning. Yeah, that's something that if you didn't know, now you know. Oh, you don't think that's the reason why he hates her? She's not undercooking his food? Okay. Well, did you know that before you go to work, or if you prep prior to the night before, and if you put something in the crock pot, do you know that when you go and do your 9 to 5, that it's in the slow cooker, and when you get home, wow, what a smell your house is going to have with that food cooking? Oh, you don't think that she's not cooking for him? I'm just, okay. I don't think that's the reason either, but let's take a look and see why, because I haven't heard one thing, a reason why, because it doesn't sound like this is a reason to hate your wife. So let's listen some more.
If we're being honest, I think I'm doing her a favor because she got low self-esteem anyway, and she bad built. So she should be lucky that I'm with her, if that makes sense. So I don't feel guilty about it, but I mean, some gotta give because I can't keep doing this. Like I could be with somebody I really want, but I refuse to do more. I'm kind of comfortable with being nothing.
So I'm married for 5 years.
So what was the reason? Because it sounds like she was doing a lot. It sounds like you don't want to do anything, and she's working, she's doing all. Yeah, he wants to be with somebody he wants to be with. So what did you waste her time for? Like, I'm trying to understand. What did you marry her for and waste her time if you weren't attracted to her? Talking about you, you're to the point where you want to get somebody that you want to be with, and somebody who, because it sounds like looks, and to me it's like, okay, she's doing all those things and you sound like you're not doing hardly anything. Why aren't you striving to do better for yourself? Okay, why didn't you try to do that back there? And you have this woman who sounds like she's holding you down, but you're tired, you're done. Okay, let's hear more.
But I'm not attracted to my wife. Um, I think she's ugly to me. Um,
So he's saying his wife is ugly to him. Yeah, I want to hear more. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, that's something. Let's hear more. What maybe he's talking about, a personality over the years change. I don't know, but let's listen to what he has to say.
but I decided to still give her a chance because she makes more money than me. And so, I felt like she was useful. She was useful. So I give her a chance, but I'm still not attracted to her. But recently I met this girl, um, where I, work at. She's a nurse, and that's really who I want. But I don't want to break my wife's heart. See what I'm saying? But what advice do you guys have for me?
He gonna have the audacity to ask what advice we have for him. So you married this woman that you weren't attracted to. You said she's ugly to you, but she's making money that you like. Okay, so you loved that she was making this money, so you married her. So now you're at work and you fell for this nurse. Girl, keep this recording. This is the mittens, right? He is admitting to this online. Okay, so I don't know how that's going to go with the divorce and everything, but this man is telling his truths right here. There's nothing wrong with you. See, so there's nothing wrong with his wife, except for he's saying she's ugly. But you decided to give her a chance anyway and marry her, okay? because of the money she was making. So you were looking for her to hold you down. So you finessed her, made her feel like you loved her just to tell her, okay, I don't want you anymore. There's a nurse at work that I'm into. Come on. And then when I hear people say, oh, women, oh, they can, yes, I get it. There's women out here that people have a change of heart. There used to be a show back in the day called Change of Heart, which was crazy. You know, you put them on this dating show and then they go on a couple dates with somebody else and then they look at the person they've been with for years, like, and then they hold up the thing if they had a change of heart. This person is clearly saying he has a change of heart, but did he have a change of heart? Because it sounds to me it sounds like he never wanted his wife in the first place. So why are you getting with people that you don't want? Why are you marrying people that you don't want? Why would you waste somebody's time? Because there was somebody out there who wants this woman, not just because of what she's making, her dollar amount. You got in a relationship with her because of what she's making. Now you're going to say, you know what, that nurse looks good. You know, no, let's go.
Because it's been tough out here. I mean, shit, good one is just.
So what made you keep coming back to her? She's not your preference.
She lived down the street.
Convenience?
Very much. I lived 30. All my other girlfriends lived 30 minutes away. I was used to, heavier chest meat, if you will. You know what I'm saying? They're smaller in the other areas.
Yeah.
So this guy is saying that his wife wasn't his physical type. He even goes on to say that it was because she didn't have big boobs and like skinny in the other areas. Men that will talk like this to their wife or their girlfriend are an absolute joke. They really think that there's some ladies' man, some prize. He's sitting there talking about how he had all these other girlfriends. I'm telling you, a man like this thinks he's something that he is not. He's just a middle-aged, below average man. And he's still telling these stories. He still thinks it makes him look so cool. Like he was such a ladies' man. All these clips do is make me actually pity his wife. I think it's so embarrassing and so sad that all these years later, he's still talking about how she wasn't his physical type. He adjusted to the fact that she wasn't skinny with big boobs. How unattractive. Why would you let someone talk to you like that? She settled. In that kind of relationship, she settled for him. That is not how a man that values you is going to speak about you. Just remember, if a man isn't treating you well, there's always one out there that will treat you better.
Okay, ladies, here we go again. It feels like this is an endless cycle of men getting on the internet and shaming.
Still thinks it makes him look so cool, like he was such a ladies' man. All these
City for me, if you know.
Okay, so here we have our content creator for this video, Lizandra. Again, go ahead and check her out on her platform. But that was interesting what the video before she came up on here. Very interesting that this guy is another man who's saying that he married his wife, wasn't attracted to her, and he's talking about all the other chicks that lived up the street and then he wanted it. He had these, it's like, okay. The settling part, I've heard there's a guy that I know that said that, like, okay, men will settle for it. But for what? You're not doing that woman a favor at all. Because just like men will say, oh, a woman can come and she'll take half of your stuff and shit. Who wants to get embedded into a marriage, deep into a marriage for years, okay? And you're thinking you're somebody's ride or die. You're by his side doing everything. And these guys are saying that their wife, oh, she's a great woman. I'm just not attracted to her. Okay, so you turning off the light switch. Like, you never even wanted that woman. So why are you pretending? Because that's what it is. You're finessing this woman. You're going into this, basically, it's not even a marriage. Okay, she's assuming that you love her and you want to be with her. And it's false pretenses. You don't even want this woman. And then years later, you're at work or something like that. Now you're saying, you know what? Let me go get with the woman that I want. But you're not even on the level for the so-called woman that you're saying that you want. Okay, so now you're just gonna waste somebody's years and then all of a sudden turn off the light switch after she's been holding you down. That's crazy. I'm hearing a lot of this. The other guy, both guys were saying, hey, well, I like the money that she was making, and they're not. It doesn't sound like they're bringing in as much as their wives, or she's doing everything a wife should be doing, but her looks. Oh, I never really was attracted to her. So why didn't you just stay to yourself? Why waste her time? But let's go. This is Lizandra right here. She's the content creator for this video, and I want to check out more. Let's see what else so we can react to what these guys are saying. Let's go.
Married for the past 5 years, and I'll be honest, I was not attracted to my wife when I first met her. She was not my speed. She's like the complete opposite of who I normally go after, but I just decided to give her a chance. Like I said, once again, she was not my type. She was not that attractive to me, but there was just something about her. I met her, we talked for a couple days, we hung out. She seemed very supportive, so I'm like, why not? I mean, you're not my type, but I'm gonna give you a chance because I normally go for this type. And then after a while, she just grew on me. Her looks grew on me in about the 48, 72 hour mark, in the sense of, I think I can do this. What I'm trying to get at is, just because you're not attracted to someone does not mean you don't give them a chance. Now, some of you are infuriated with me right now, talking about, why do I need to embarrass my wife like that? Why do I need to talk about her looks when I can just talk about the positives and not embarrass her on the internet? So why are you mad at me, trying to hold me accountable for the words that I'm saying, but you not in her comment section talking about, girl, you didn't need to embarrass that man on the internet like that? Okay.
I didn't love my wife.
Where did that make sense? Go in her comment section. She's not the one on the internet saying that she wasn't attracted to you. Okay? I mean, some things you should just not. If you weren't attracted to her, is that something that you even told her? Okay? Like, okay, she grew on me. And let's face it, back in the day, there was arranged marriages. Did you know that marriages were arranged? So yeah, somebody probably did have to grow on you. But since mom and dad are not kind of picking your husband or wife these days, why not pick somebody that you're attracted to so that you don't have to go and do this? Okay? Pick somebody who has all the things that you're looking for. And my thing is, I think honestly, having everything and then looking at some of these looks, to me, yeah, there should be some kind of attraction when it comes to that. But when you're with somebody for so many years, 5+ years, and then all of a sudden, wow, you're just ugly to me. Like, what? What? Come on. Let's really come back to reality. Like, some of you people are getting in marriages because you want somebody to hold you down. And since this is men talking, you're looking for a woman to hold you down. And then when somebody comes along and you're like, okay, well, somebody's younger. Now she's no longer valuable to you. Okay, I need to have somebody else on my arm. You guys are, no, this is not what a marriage is. Stop getting married if this is the stuff that you're doing, because you're not clearly ready for marriage. Okay, you're not. Let's go. Let's look at more.
My wife when we got married. I loved the idea of a wife, and it's embarrassing to admit that. I married her for what she could bring to me, how she could improve my life.
I don't love my wife no more. Whatever feelings I had inside for her, they're dead, and they died a long time ago.
At some point, I think it's necessary for us to see this for what it truly is, and that is a humiliation ritual. Some men have a humiliation kink, humiliation fetish. They love embarrassing you publicly and privately. These days, there are so many men out there who are so afraid of being labeled a simp or a sucker for loving a woman that they just want to make it clear, I didn't even love her at first, or I don't even love her now, all for the approval and the acceptance of other men. They think it makes them look like some kind of tough guy, that they're with a wife that they can tell everybody they don't even love. This man goes on to say in the beginning of the marriage he was selfish, he put his own wants and needs above hers. And my whole thing is he's still selfish because you're still doing that. You're still monetizing off of her trauma and you're still publicly embarrassing her. Do you think it fills her with pride for her to hear her man talk about how he didn't love her at first? He didn't care then, and I don't think he cares now. Any man who's willing to humiliate and embarrass you for the approval and the acceptance of other men is not worth having.
Sit here on my lunch break. I've came to the conclusion that today I'm going to ask my wife for a divorce.
She need to say that louder for the people in the back, and I agree with everything she said. That public humiliation. You're going online and you're saying that you were never attracted to your wife, but you married her. That was the woman you chose. And I'm not hearing any good reason for these men that are on here so far saying that they hate their wife. To me, it just sounds like he's getting tired of her, or, okay, you were unattractive to me before, now it was, no. I'm not hearing where these women did something so crazy for this to be something that you're hating her for. You know, you're hating her for something that she came into the marriage. She was looking like that when you walked her down the aisle. You made her feel like this was going to be for forever. And then, you're just going to pull the plug because, again, I believe with all that's going on, you got all these platforms that are, pushing this whole simp thing and that whole red pill stuff that's going on. But what happens when you're pushing that and people who are married are watching that? And I think this is the result of it, because these men actually have a wife. Because what some of the red pill community will say is there's nothing in a marriage for a man. But when I'm looking at this, I'm seeing that they do have something. They have a wife that's valuable. What it sounds like, she's doing the darn thing, but for their own selfish needs and desires, okay, or whatever the case might be. All of a sudden, you want to pull the plug. You have a wife. You have a good thing. A man that finds a wife finds a good thing. It sounds like you found a good thing, but you are just being selfish in this whole thing, because you're probably listening to these platforms that are saying XYZ. So now you just want to go play the field and you're too busy in that nurse's ear at your job. So you want to move along with her. So, did you know that when you put yourself in situations where you're hurting people like this, and you go and get into another relationship, and you're thinking everything's going to be peachy and creamy, it's going to be peaches and cream, that stuff has to resurface, right? It's going to come back. You're out here, who knows, you're out here hurting God's child. Like you out here doing the most. And you're just going to pull the plug in this marriage, and you think moving on with somebody else, everything's going to be great. No, it's not. But let's go. Let's see what else they have to say.
Divorce. I've been married to my wife for 5 years. She's taking care of most of the household bills, household duties. She's helped me a lot in a lot of ways, but I just feel like we've outgrown each other. I feel like how we should have been is not how we were in the beginning. I feel like she just doesn't pay attention to my feelings. She just doesn't understand me as a man. And it's such a sad thing because we got 2 beautiful kids, and it's just like I've had this thought in my head for like the past 6 months, and I've left mentally, but now it's just time to do it physically. And I think today is going to be the day that I ask my wife for a divorce. So if you guys don't see me.
What in the role reversal am I hearing here? Somebody, like, what in the actual role reversal? I mean, the way he painted a picture of his wife, like she is taking care of the bills. She's, basically providing is what he should have been saying, because that's what it sounds like he's saying. She's holding down the fort. But here he is, okay, what about my attention? I feel like she's not paying attention, or my needs are not being, to me, this is what I'm hearing men say that women are leaving their marriages for. Oh, you know what? He's everything, he's doing everything great. It's just, I feel like, that our connection, that they have professionals. They have professionals that can help with that. You feel like that you can actually talk to someone. Why is it that people want to pull the plug? This woman, again, here's another one. What's this, like the fourth wife? It sounds like the third or the fourth wife, where the man has said the wife is she's paying the bill, she's doing, but yet, I just don't feel like, we're connecting. He's saying, I feel like, it sounds like he has a lot of time on his hands. If she's doing all that, I don't know what he does as far as work, but it sounds like the roles have changed. He might be home chilling more hours than she is. And now it's like, okay, what about me? Well, what about the hours she's probably putting in? If you're saying she's paying everything or whatever the case might be, come on. Like it's the math is not mathing. Like the reasons why they're giving that they so-called hate their wife, it's not mathing. It's not. I'm looking in the background, just from looking at his sunroofs in his car. It looks like he might be in a nice car. Who knows if she got him that or whatever. It looks like, he's just do something with your life. To me, why aren't you doing more? Is it a thing where you feel like, okay, she's doing all this and you feel less than, like you're saying, oh, I feel like I'm, not a man. So man up. This is crazy. Like, let's go.
See me out here for a while. Just wish me luck. Hopefully everything goes well. Yeah.
I wasn't attracted to the face. We're in the city of Atlanta, and I just felt like there's so many beautiful, black queens, white queens, Hispanic queens here. Out of all the millions of women here, y'all picked the one that was just like.
So in every other area, she was qualified. It's just that you didn't like her face.
Yes, sir.
And this is why I truly believe that a woman could have whatever standards that she wants to have. I don't care if you're like, he has to make a certain amount of money. He has to be this tall. He has to have no kids, never married. Whatever standards that you have for your man, it's perfectly fine. Because this man just finished saying that this woman is 99.9% of what he wants. Spiritually, emotionally, she is his qualified match. He just doesn't like her face. So if a man can disqualify a woman who is the majority of what he wants, why can't women do the same? Some men are always expecting women to be flexible with your standards when they don't meet them, but they'll never be flexible when you don't meet theirs.
That's facts, what she said right there. I have to agree. Because people get up in arms when a woman she has her priorities. Like, okay, listen, this is what I want. This is my preference. This is what I'm looking for in a relationship. Yeah, I mean, so be it. I mean, when you talk about, hey, 6 foot guy, whatever, to each its own with that. That's not something that I ever said. But in the same breath, when I hear that, I hear a lot of guys say, women, they just, they set their standards so high, whatever. And it's almost like you have to, because every guy that I've seen come on here has said that the woman that they chose, there was nothing wrong. She was great. So for the guys out here saying that there's no good women, just stay tuned because they're becoming available, because there's men out here that are getting rid of them, because apparently these are good women that you are getting rid of. Because why? This woman he's talking about, 99, she had everything. Spiritually, she was everything. But oh, I looked, her face wasn't. Why? That's what I'm saying. You wasted her time. Her face. Okay, so she was good enough to walk down the aisle. Everything else was matching up. But now all of a sudden you want to pull the plug because you're having again a change of heart. So did you know that ED is on a high rise? And when I say ED, I'm saying erectile dysfunction is it's actually taking its place. It's horrible. It's taking over everyone. Listen, even with our youth today, do you know that so many people choose to pick up their phone and live in fantasy? Because that's what I'm hearing, fantasy. It's like you got with these women and oh wow, and you settled. And now when something else comes along, or when you start looking at all these platforms where guys are feeding and brainwashing you with this stuff, when you're clearly saying on here that you have a good woman, but now I feel like I can get somebody that I really want. And I'm looking at some of you men, and I don't know who told you that. Because like some of these people are saying, you guys are making yourself seem like you're Denzel back in the day. Like what? Come on now. But to say that someone's ugly, to say your wife is ugly, you're online saying your wife is ugly. Well, like I said, ED is on a high rise, and that's gonna be what you're going to be basically answering to. That's going to be your wife. What's in the palm of your hand, your phone, okay, and your fantasy. Everything that you need right there. A beautiful woman behind the screen, no interaction. She can give you all the attention you need, okay, through a phone. It's fake, it's fantasy, and that's what a lot of guys are into now. And you might as well just stop wasting women's time. Just stop wasting their time, because it sounds like you sound like you're one of the guys that just go to a store. It sounds like you're the ones that go and you buy that petroleum jelly, you buy that lubricant for yourself, right? You don't actually buy it for your wife. Stop playing. You sound like you're that guy. So stop wasting her time. Go ahead, join that ED. And listen, by all means, I'm not making fun of anybody who have that, but look it up. When you watch too much of that stuff, that's what it's going to amount to, because you're living in fantasy. And it sounds like these men don't even want a real wife. You have a good one. She was actually doing your role by providing, but that's not even good enough. But let's watch more, because this is crazy. I just want to watch a couple more, and then I'll let you go about your way, because I wanted to know the why. And I'm glad that you're tuning in with me to find out the why. Those who are just tuning in, go ahead. Don't forget to hit that like button, put me in the algorithm so that other viewers can find this platform. And why not subscribe? Subscribe, it's 100% free. And why not share? If you like the content that I'm sharing, go ahead and share it with your family and friends. Help grow my platform. But let's go.
I heard a saying once that goes, give a man 10 women and he'll keep looking. Give a woman 10 men and she'll choose. See, men don't have a problem with overlooking good enough in search of perfection. But women, sometimes you'll let these men talk you into settling for less. You'll let them make you feel like, well, he's a good man. He's a good man, Savannah. So ladies, I want you to understand this. You don't owe it to anyone to settle for less than what you want or less than you deserve. Because I promise you, men don't.
Counseling, I want to help other people also. So the question that was submitted during counseling was, why did you marry your ex-wife? What qualities did she have that made you want to go to the next level with her? And my answer was, number one, I thought she was real beautiful. Number two, she was cool. I believe she's a good person. Have a good upbringing. She has a career. And I feel like she wanted more out of life, right?
Wow, he's the first husband that I heard say that his wife was beautiful. He married her because he thought she was beautiful. First one that I've heard of this video so far. Interesting.
But to be honest, I was not in love with her, right? But as time went on, I started to love her. But in love, it never happened. She was a friend for 11 years. And we ended up getting married. And I thought that as time went on, we would grow to fall in love with each other. But it never happened. Too many distractions, too many ups and downs, setbacks, me cheating, lying, and just sabotaging the marriage and relationship. I actually was not in love, but I married her anyway. And it was rocky. So I ask you guys to pray and ask God to show you before you try to invest in something that can cause a lot of trauma down the line. And you guys be blessed.
I was in some kind of situation with another girl that I actually liked, but it was some, like, we was hitting some barriers, right? I mean, you know the story. We was hitting some barriers, and I was just like, this ain't where it at. Like, you know, there were some red flags, I said like that. And so...
And I was the green. I'm just playing.
The worst type of man you can marry is the man who could not get his type. I was just watching something on YouTube where a man was like, I love my wife, but she's not fine, right? So then the wife was sitting there, and I'm pretty sure y'all probably seen this clip too. The wife was like, what? I'm not fine. And he was like, you're cute. You're cute. He's like, you all right, but you're not fine. That's his exact words. Basically saying to her, in other words, you are what I could get. You are what I can afford. But given the chance to not be able to have you, given the chance to be able to afford what I want, that's who I'm going for. This is why I say men have no problem with being used for money as long as they get what they want. As long as they have access to the type of women they want. Do not let men shame you out of wanting things. It's a reason why a 24-year-old is able to swindle a 75-year-old man out of all his houses, and he has no problem with it. Men have no problem with paying for the women they want. Men, this is going to be a lot of men in the future. Men who think that they turn 30 and the women fall into their lap. And when they realize it's not happening, they're going to start doing the reach back. Men always got a girl in their back pocket, right? But they're going to start looking around like, all right, I'm still here. I'm 34. My type answering the phone, okay. Then about 36, they're going to say, you know what? Sheila's still fucking sitting here. Sheila's the one who want me. Let me go ahead and marry Sheila. But one thing about Miss Sheila, she going 50-50. She's having his kids. She's raising his kids.
Young lady got on this app and said that 5 days after delivering her daughter, her husband began to pressure her to have schmecks. Not only did he pressure her to have schmecks, he threatened to cheat on her.
If you pressure your wife to have sex after 5 days, if you pressure her at all before she's ready, you don't love your wife. You hate your wife. Nah, that's too far. No, you hate your wife.
I have to agree with that. 5 days? She has to heal. She has to heal. So 5 days is the end all be all for the relationship after having your child. I'm just listening to this stuff. I'm listening to what these guys are saying, and wow, wow. Like I said, we need to get back to families. We have to. Men, women, we need to get back to families. But at this rate, what I'm seeing here, the ones who are saying that they can't find the good women, maybe because you have the guys out here who never wanted them that are marrying the good women. Okay, they're marrying the good women. So the ones that were jokes that really didn't want a marriage, yeah, they have the wife that you're looking for, from what it seems like. Let's go.
You hate her. If you could watch her push out a baby or get cut open for a baby to come out of her, and you pressure her, you hate your wife. If you try to coerce her and give her little tips and clues that you're going to step out of the marriage because she's not fulfilling her role, you hate your wife. You don't have no love in you. You've now become an animal. We're talking about 5 days here. 5 days. We're talking about before the 6 weeks. And if your lady is healed up enough, because some women, they feel they're healed up enough before the 6 weeks and they start and everything is fine. But she's the one who initiates. If you are one that pressures your wife to have sex before she's ready, after she has given birth, you hate your wife.
I just watched a montage of men saying,
Yes. What he said, yes, what he said, you have to hate her if you're expecting her 5 days after giving birth to have intimacy with you when she's not even healed yet, and you're threatening to go cheat on her in that time. So it just sounds to me, just watching these few videos, just sounds to me that these men have issues with their self. Just sounds like they're fighting with something within their self. And again, like I said, we have so much today that people are leaning on when it comes to social media, and you have some platforms where they're brainwashing men. You got, okay, oh, you're a simp if you do this, you're that, so you have a lot of that going on. But to push your wife aside for the reasons that they gave, to me, the majority of them should have never gotten in their marriage anyway. Because if you weren't attracted to her, if that was something, because I know a lot of men, you're visual. Okay, you're visual. So if that's something that she wasn't catching your eye, but oh, her money was moneying though. I like the dollar amount she was bringing in, because then I could do less because she was holding me down. When you came into the marriage with that mindset, that was for the wrong reason. And now you're asking the internet for advice on how you should go home and tell her you want a divorce. Yeah, made these recordings find the courtroom, because you guys, you said a lot, okay? Because none of you gave a reason to actually divorce your wife. You gave reasons for why you should have never even asked for her hand in marriage. And you gave reasons to why you basically married her under false pretenses, because you didn't have any love in your heart for that woman. You just felt like, okay, the money's right. Okay, well, maybe she'll grow on me. That's okay. Don't do that. Don't waste somebody's time. You don't know what people are going through or what they're going to think when they put that amount of years into a marriage for you to just say, you know what? You don't even look good to me. I don't even know why I married you. Imagine going home and saying that to your mate. That's horrible. But and you're having, some of you are having kids with these women. You have a family, and now you want to pull the plug. But at the end of the day, I haven't heard one guy on here give a reason to actually divorce their wife or reasons for why you would hate her. I haven't heard one. And so with that being said, to me, it just doesn't sound like there's a good why. I haven't gotten to the why. Except for you're the issue. There's something going on with you that you have to work out. You're just playing with people. You're just not even relationship. You're not even husband material. To get on here and look for sympathy on social media, but all you do is give a good report. Oh, she's great. She does everything. Hate is such a strong word. So to say you hate your wife, you hate her because she has a drive. She gets up in the morning. She does the darn thing. She's over the kids. She's doing everything that she's supposed to. So you hate her. Let her go. Don't stop wasting her time. Go to her. Tell her that. It's a shame. Don't string her on for another 5-10 years. But I'm going to wrap it up, guys. I took enough of your time. I hope that this added value. I hope that you could see that some of this stuff is nonsense out here. We need to do better. Men, we need to do better. Women, we need to do better when it comes to marriages and when it comes to actually picking the people that you're going to spend the rest of your life with. Pick somebody that you actually do love. Someone that actually does ruffle your feather. Someone that does something for you, not when it comes to just financially. That's not good, okay? So actually be interested in the person that you walk down the aisle so that you don't have to go breaking hearts at the end of the day. But I'm going to wrap it up right there. I took enough of your time. Again, you can find in the description section, you'll find the video for those who want to watch the full video. But at LUKE-N-SHAE'S place, your mental health is important. It is very important. And when you have situations like this, you are definitely not adding to positivity with people's mental health. Stop playing with people out here. But a positive mentality is a destined reality. Stay positive, stay blessed, stay focused, and stay out of marriages that you don't want to be in. Don't do it. Until next time, take care. Wear your smile.